fast boats, slow boats, big boats, and small boats. Whether sail, power, or paddle, the waters of Lee County, Florida offers something for all of them.
Hi, my name's Jim.
And I'm Heather.
And we're going to show you boating in Lee County, Florida.
Seto of Lee County presents Go Boating Lee County.
From where we're standing right here at Tarpon Point in Cape Coral, you can discover an entirely different world of boating just by choosing a direction. If you go east, upriver, through the locks, you can take your boat all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. If you go south, you'll find miles of coastline with beaches all the way to Naples. If you go west, you're in the Gulf of Mexico, and if you go north, you'll find yourself in Pine Island Sound, a 15-mile-long bay with excellent inshore fishing and one of the world's largest populations of bottlenose dolphins. Fishing in Pine Island Sound attracts anglers from all over the world to challenge our inshore fishery of redfish, snook, tarpon, and about a dozen other species. Lee County has almost 50 fishing tournaments where you can win some big money, and we're going to show you some of the boats they use to catch these fish. A flatboat's job is to move quietly through the water while floating as shallow as possible. And that has to be combined with being light enough to move fast. Yet it still has to be solid enough to handle a chop on the water. When you combine all of that, then you have a flatboat. One of the most known flatboat manufacturers in the world is the Maverick Boat Company. Maverick's history has developed one of the most respected names in the industry, and their selection has a flatboat for everyone. Sometimes when you're flats fishing, you have to move quick, so one of the most important features of a flatboat is open deck space. You also want a good live well system. Most flatboats have dual live well systems that circulate 30 to 50 gallons of water each. This keeps fish alive and lets you carry a lot of live bait. Flatboats have a history that goes back more than 50 years, and I want to show you one of the boats that started it all. It's named after a legend in the industry, a man named Bob Hughes. When Bob started building boats, his goal was simple: to build the perfect shallow water boat. Technology has changed a lot over the last 50 years, but Bob's vision hasn't. The last 50 plus years of experience has taught a lot of boat builders a lot about the construction of a light tackle boat, and they keep getting better and better every year. Revolutionary new hull designs make these boats lighter, stronger, and faster every year. Shearwater's a boat you're going to see a lot of here in Lee County. Shearwater Boats has a 13-acre manufacturing facility right here in Florida, and they've turned a lot of heads in the last few years. These boats even come with custom-made trailers. The electronics, the sleek lines, the seating, the deck layout, these are all things that have raised Shearwater and Sterling boats right to the top of their market. This Sterling has a racing hull that gives the boat more lift than ever, while it still maintains stability under high speeds. Shearwater offers some of the most popular flats boats here in Southwest Florida. They also make the next type of boat that I want to show you, the bay boat. The bay boat's always been around. It's a center console, but what's changed over the last few years is the manufacturing process. Let's start right at the top with a Blackwood. The Blackwood is a 27-foot bay boat with an 8.5-foot beam, and unpowered it weighs less than 4,000 pounds. Blackwood is so confident of their Kevlar hull construction, they offer a lifetime hull warranty. Standard features include 3 recirculating live wells, a porcelain head, 2 fish boxes with macerator pumps, and even a 20-gallon freshwater washdown. Some would call it the Cadillac of bay boats, but if you're familiar with sports cars, this is more like a Bugatti. The Pathfinder is one of the most popular boats that you're going to see here in Southwest Florida. How do you choose a boat? It really comes down to weighing out your options. Some people may prefer space over speed, while others may want to focus on more comfort. Things to consider while shopping boats is the size of a boat, the hull design, the space it may take up in storage, speed capabilities, how it handles on the water, even how dry the ride is. Consider the compartments, seating, deck space, the overall weight. There's at least a dozen features to consider, and through the years of modifications, Pathfinder has simply been able to balance these features out perfectly and wrap everything into one package. Fort Myers Marine has been a leader in the flats and bay boat industry since they started way back in the 80s. And some of their staff has been with them that whole time. It's rare for any boat dealer to consistently carry one line of boats, but Fort Myers Marine has been a Maverick boat dealer for over 20 years, and several of those years have earned them Top Dealer of the World awards. Fort Myers Marine Service Department has certified mechanics that can fix just about anything you can put on their bench, and they can install any accessory you can imagine. Their business is a huge supporter of our local industry, and they're very active in all the local trade shows. There's not too many local events or fishing tournaments that run without Fort Myers Marine's name on it. Whether you want to enjoy a day of fishing with the family, or if you want to go 90 miles an hour with your hair on fire, take a ride down to Fort Myers Marine, meet the guys, look at the boats, and you will find the boat you're looking for. Fort Myers Marine, the choice of serious fishermen. There's a couple of accessories that you don't have to have, but if you're fishing, they really come in handy. This one is called a shallow water anchoring system. A couple of companies make them, but Power Pole is a creator, and it's the one that you see the most. Here in Lee County, most of our fishing is what we call inshore, which means close to land, where we target fish like redfish and snook. These fish require stalking. That means you have to be quiet. The Power Pole is a smooth hydraulic anchoring system that lets you put the boat right in the spot you want without throwing a noisy anchor in the water. That can scare fish away. They have dash-mounted controls, or you can get a remote that you can wear around your neck or even hook onto your fishing rod. There's a few different styles and sizes to choose from. They even come in different colors. Contact Felix Marine right here in Fort Myers if you want to look into having one put on your boat. They offer mobile service, and they can have one installed and ready to use within just a couple hours. The other accessory is a trolling motor. Sometimes when you're shallow water fishing, you want to sit in one spot and work it for a while, and sometimes you may want to cover a lot of ground and work a large area. That's when a trolling motor comes in handy. Anglers had a hard time converting from traditional push poles into a trolling motor because of the noise that they made underwater, but today's motors are practically silent. They're available with handheld models or with remotes that you can wear around your neck. They run on batteries, and they're pretty handy when you're fishing shallow water.
There's over 50,000 registered boaters in Lee County, which places us number 3 in the state.
Many waterways in Florida have one main inlet, and you're right out in open water. There's not a lot of protection for boats. Lee County has about 30 miles of outer island coastline to protect our waters. This gives you a lot of room for protected boating. That makes pleasure boating a very inviting sport.
My family started the business. My dad, John Hanson, started the business in the mid-'80s, selling used boats.
Fortunately, everybody that's working here has been here a long time. It's a good family. Everybody's very close. We go boating together.
Location has a lot to do with it. In fact, we've been on this same corner for 40 plus years. The service facility that we own now has been, we've owned it now for the last 25, 26 years.
We've been the largest hurricane dealer for many, many years. We started carrying hurricane deck boats in the 90s.
One of the reasons I think we've been the top dealer for so long is just the versatility of this area. Kind of matches the versatility of the boat. Here I have 12 months of boating. We don't put them up, and only have a 3 or 4 month boating season. We're using them all year round.
Southwest Florida is an excellent location for boating. It's a great day boating environment.
We have protected waters along the coast here, and we're in the Gulf of Mexico, which is normally calm. The boat's a great family boat, does a little bit of something for everybody.
They're a good combination boat. You can fish on them, you can ski, you can just go out to different restaurants.
We're a very shallow water market. You can nose the boat right up on the beach, let mom out off the bow.
Being 12 months, you're not going to have 3 different kinds of boats. You're not going to try to specifically pinpoint towards one style of boating. I've got my fishing boat, I've got my bow rider, I've got the deck space of a pontoon boat.
They are a great stable fishing platform. So if you do have 4 or 5 guys on the boat, you're able to maneuver around the boat without bumping into each other.
The deck up there also lets a guy stand up there and cast and use a spin rod or set up his fish chair.
You've got the product that kind of fits the area and how people boat around here, and when it does come time to do some service, it's a much easier process. Being that we're still on the water, not too many people are still on the water, you got to meet them at a boat ramp.
We live in a world of real-time information, so if you fail somewhere, it gets reported pretty quickly on the internet. So there's not a lot of room for error.
Hurricane and Nordic Global Group came up with a great plan to get people started again and develop the value-based line with the hurricane boats that had been around a while and were very popular, and we were able to get people boating again and give them a warranty and show them brand new upholstery and show them a brand new motor, and if you have a problem, it's ours. We'll take care of it.
I guarantee you there's not a time you go out on the water and you won't see 10 hurricane deck boats when you go out. We have customers come in and just ask us, how many of those things did you really sell? Because all we see is hurricane deck boats.
There's a lot of deck boats in Lee County, but whether you want to go to the beach or just tour the canals, a pontoon boat is another popular choice, especially if you want to accommodate a lot of people. Pontoon boats are known for being lightweight, fuel-friendly, and they make a great platform for sightseeing. They float on aluminum tubes that draw very little water, which makes them great for trips to the beach, and they're known for being very low maintenance. Sport boats come in a wide variety of styles, and with 3 Southwest Florida locations, you can see dozens of different choices here at the Boathouse. The Boathouse has been internationally recognized for boat sales, and they're known for having the largest parts department in Southwest Florida. Deciding what kind of sport boat you want can get confusing. There's a lot to choose from. but the staff at the boathouse can help make your decision a lot easier by simply helping you figure out what you're looking for. They'll walk you through different boats and show you options and features that you never thought boats had.
The Boathouse, now with 3 Southwest Florida locations.
There's a couple more boats I wanted to show you before we move on to waterfront dining. One is a Cobalt. A Cobalt is a sport boat and it's known to be one of the best quality boats made. And you can now find them at the boathouse. Another is the NauticalMile Bay boat. These inshore fishing boats are priced right and they offer features that fishermen look for in a boat. They can be found at Fort Myers Marine.
Combine the top brands in boating with top certified marine mechanics, and you've got the area's top full-service boatyard. York Road Marine in St. James City. Outboard, inboard, gas and diesel repairs, electrical repairs and installations, complete bottom work and fiberglass repair, new boat sales, even on-site boat storage. Deepwater access and the area's only 35-ton travel lift allows us to work on boats up to 60 feet. Or use our free pickup and delivery service from your dock or your driveway. Keep your boat in top condition at the area's top full-service boatyard, York Road Marine in St. James City.
People love to go out to eat by boat.
And Lee County offers over 30 restaurants you can go to by boat. LeeCountyBoater.com has a map to all of them, but for now we're going to just show you one particular one. My favorite, Barnacles on Upper Captiva. To a boater here in Lee County, going out to eat on the water is just as much fun as fishing. People love to go out to eat on their boats. From Boca Grande to Bonita Springs, Lee County offers over 30 waterfront restaurants that you can pull your boat up to and enjoy a great meal. Most of them put a lot of work into making sure you have a good time. Our waterways offer restaurants with a tiki hut on a dock where you can get a quick burger and a beer, all the way through classy restaurants with some serious atmosphere. So if you just want a quick sandwich or if you want to spend an afternoon, Lee County has got you covered. When you go out in your boat, you can bring a cooler with you and have plenty of food and drinks, but it's nice to come into a place that you can get some shade, some ice cream, and even some live music. And on a hot day, there's nothing like finding some shade and a place to stretch your legs. You can log on to our website at LeeCountyBoater.com and click on Water Access Restaurants for a map to all of the restaurants in Lee County with GPS numbers and contact information, but for now I want to show you one in particular that offers a true island experience. One that you can only get to by boat, unless you're an above-average swimmer. Barnacles Island Restaurant is located on Upper Captiva Island, a couple of miles off of Florida's coast. With nearly 400 homeowners, this island is still a lot like what it was 20 or 30 years ago. There's no roads or cars, people get around on golf carts, and the locals here are the ones responsible for it being so clean. They love their island and they take care of it. In a roundabout way, places like Barnacles get credited for showing visitors what old Florida was really like by exposing them to it instead of hiding it from them. When people see how beautiful a place like this is, it makes them want to keep it that way. Many books have been written about this area and thousands of people visit it every year. In the last couple of years, Barnacles has become one of the most visited water access restaurants in all of Lee County. This year they've added this tiki hut with about 20 outside tables, a volleyball court, even kayak rentals. They've also added a bait shop, a gift shop, and upstairs there's an ice cream shop with Queenie's Ice Cream. It's made right here on Lee County's Outer Islands. Ice cream is quite a treat when you're out on the water. As you clear the famous Shack House and enter Safety Harbor, you'll see docks that can hold more than 40 boats. It's common to be packed on weekends, and there's even a dockmaster to help you get settled in. There's an inside and outside bar, you can sit under the tiki hut, and if you want some AC, come on inside. Are you ready for lunch? We are! This past year, the menu has been completely rewritten, and they've added 18 different beers to the list. What do I order? Well, I'll go ahead and let you in on it. For starters, it's hard to find a good conch fritter, but not here. A cheeseburger may sound basic, but there's nothing basic about burgers at Barnacles. And for the main course, my personal favorite, the Nautical Mile. They named a dish after our magazine, and when I had it for the first time, I was honored. It's a combo plate made up of fresh grouper, giant sea scallops, and monster shrimp. You can get it served over a bed of their world-famous black beans and rice. These dollars on the walls are donated from island visitors. Every few months, thousands of dollars come down, and they're used to help clean up the island. Don't forget to save room for ice cream, and if you really want to be the envy of anyone living north of Florida state line, pick up one of these wooden postcards and put a stamp on it. Barnacles Restaurant is actually Barnacles Island Adventures. It's owned and operated by a couple that lives right here on the island. They've done a fantastic job with the place, but everyone knows the secret behind a good restaurant is the chef. Like I said earlier, there's about 30 different water access restaurants here in Lee County waterways, and Barnacles is just one of them. So go out and explore, but between the space, the amenities, and the good food, I think you'll find this to be one of your favorite stops.
Come visit Barnacles Island Adventures on Upper Captiva Island.
When Harley Cooper hauls in a 200-year-old treasure map, Summer vacation explodes into a quest for pirate gold. A mysterious hermit holds the clues.
You gotta think like a pirate, kid.
Mother Nature holds the cards. But will Harley ever hold the gold? Read The Last Pirate, a novel by Wilson Hawthorne, in stores, on Amazon, or visit thelastpirate.net.
In 1983, the U.S. Coast Guard stopped responding to non-emergency calls on the water. This opened up a huge opportunity for private businesses to help boaters.
If you have an emergency, call the Coast Guard. But if you have engine trouble or if you run out of gas, there's a whole fleet of boats out here to help, and they're called Seto.
Seto has over 100 fleets worldwide to assist boaters, and the largest office they have is right here in Lee County.
Pretty much do anything you need on the water. We do oil spill cleanups, containment and cleanup, salvage work, derelict vessel removal work, mechanical failures, gas drops, battery jumps, grounders. Anything people need on the water we can usually handle.
They have several boats on call 24 hours a day, and they're here to help if you're having boat trouble or even if you just need directions.
Most people are chained to a desk and are trapped inside every day. I really look forward to going to work. I love running a boat. I mean, I go to work, even if it's 4 in the morning, I get a call and I get out there on the boat and I'm cruising in the full moon light, you know, full moon in the middle of the night. It's just peaceful out there and I love it. I really do. I'm happy with it.
Seto saves boaters a ton of money every year by providing a membership program that gives you peace of mind on the water. As soon as you get your membership card, your benefits start to roll in. And some of those benefits include unlimited towing if you have engine failure, fuel drops, jump starts. They can pull you off a sandbar and there's no charge for dock-to-dock towing. Seto can even cover your trailer with roadside assistance. With over 100 Seto locations worldwide, Lee County has the largest operation and they respond to over 100 calls a month. They have the largest radio tower in the area and their professionally trained captains can help you out of almost any jam on the water.
Yeah, sometimes when you show up to a call you don't know what to expect. People are frantic, really nervous about, you know, damaging their boats, or it's important to approach the scene calm as you can be and try to translate that calm to them. And it's gratifying to actually, you know, calm them down, get them back on their way, and have a good time out there on the water.
The staff at Seto's office meets twice a month to go over new tactics, safety issues, and ongoing training. Their fleet of boats are loaded with the latest equipment.
Yeah, basically, I mean, all the other tow companies, including Seto's and our competition, I mean, they all average about 600, 700, 800 a year, where we're doing about 2,000 calls a year. That's why we're the largest. We have the most boats, most employees. We are the largest Seto in the world, the largest membership base. The biggest thing you got to watch out for is the depth. If you stay in the sounds or the bays, Pine Island Sound and controlling depth, if you're not in the channel, is probably about 2 or 3 feet. You got to know how to boat. I mean, you got to learn your navigation and know what a marker is, and you know, the ICW and international waters, and know the difference in the markers so you don't get yourself in trouble. And you know, they have plenty of schools for that. Power Squadron, I highly recommend. I took that when I was 14, and look what I'm doing now. And I mean, that helped. That Power Squadron course did help me. That was the first thing I did when I moved to Florida with my dad, was take the Power Squadron.
If you have any questions or want more information about Seto services, call or come by our office 7 days a week.
Seto, giving boaters peace of mind at sea. If you're thinking about buying a boat but you don't have a place to keep it, we've got something just for you. Eyeland Marina right behind me is one of the most accommodating facilities in the entire county. People that are new to the area often wonder what these buildings are. Some people think they might be secret government buildings. This building is a safe structure that's designed to store over 170 boats. Steel I-beams like this one make it a worry-free and fairly maintenance-free home for your boat. Its sole purpose is to keep your boat in a safe environment and out of the elements. When you store your boat here, it's not only safe, but it's also convenient.
Yeah, we've got just about everything a boater could want. We're a one-stop marina.
Using your boat is as simple as calling the office, and when you show up, your boat's in the water waiting for you. When you're done, you tie it to the dock and go home. The staff at Eyeland pulls it out of the water, gives it a bath, and puts it right back in your assigned spot till the next time you want to go out. There's no hassles, no hidden fees. It's a pretty good deal. Florida has a large boating population that lives a few miles inland. They love facilities like this. It's a very attractive place to store your boat. When you launch your boat upriver, it can be quite a ride to open water. With limited amount of time that people get to enjoy their boat as it is, and rising fuel costs, people find launching right on Pine Island Sound to be much more beneficial. In a nutshell, the quicker you can get on the water, the more time you can spend on the water. Pineland Marina is unique because its property is on the northern end of Pine Island Sound, which puts their docks literally minutes from a boater's paradise.
I first mate with Captain Bo Johnson, and we choose to run out of Pineland Marina. Once we put in, our clients cannot believe that within minutes we are to our fishing location. And we're catching redfish, tarpon, sharks, all within minutes from the marina.
This facility is named after a town called Pineland. It's up on the northern end of Pine Island, which is the largest island off of Florida's coast. With a population of only a few hundred, Pineland has a lot of history and a lot of visitors.
We're a one-stop marina. When you come in and you're ready to ramp out, or we put your boat in the water for the day out of our dry stack, we've got everything you could want in our ship store. We've got everything from tackle, we've got frozen bait, we've got live bait here, we've got gas, we've got diesel for fuel, we've got snacks, beer, ice, all the soft drinks you can think of, and a big smile to go with it.
Although location is the marina's best feature, there's a lot of other reasons to choose a facility. There's a lot of options when it comes to storing your boat. Look into one that makes it easy for you to get on the water. Pineland Marina has a reputation for being a one-stop shop. Parking is rarely a problem, and they even have golf cart service to and from your vehicle. They're open 7 days a week. They've got live and frozen bait, a tackle shop, ethanol-free marine fuel, a water taxi service. Bob and Andys Boatyard has an on-site service center with a complete ship store, and they've got fishing guides, even wet slip rentals. And here's something Pineland's become famous for, their double-wide boat ramp right on Pine Island Sound. This puts you minutes from world-class fishing in places like Boca Grande Pass. Pineland's facility is especially popular with seasonal residents that need a safe place to store their boat. And thanks to the Lee County Sheriff's Department, you have an office right here in the building. A safe place is exactly what you get. Pineland Marina, your gateway to the islands. Why do so many people come to Southwest Florida? It could be the boating.
And if you like boating in Southwest Florida, you'll love the Nautical Mile, your free connection to Lee County's marine community. Get your free Nautical Mile every month in almost 200 locations. Thousands of local boaters use the Nautical Mile exclusively to find what they need. Plus, the latest information on fishing, boating, and local marine news. The Nautical Mile, your connection to Lee County's marine community.
I have an older boat because I like to drill holes in it. I like to add things like rod holders and lights. I find it therapeutic. Whether you have an older boat or a brand new boat, there's a lot of accessories you can have custom made out of aluminum to make things more practical. This is one you can easily slip by the ladies. They know all about accessories. Action Welding is a name that's been in Lee County for a long time. They're an aluminum fabrication business, and when it comes to salt water, aluminum is definitely the way to go. It's not only resistant to salt water, but it's also very lightweight. Action Welding specializes in making custom accessories for your boat like swim platforms, control towers, poling platforms, railings, and one of their most popular requests is for T-tops. A lot of boats come with aluminum accessories, but most new boat owners like to have them custom made. Fishermen may want to add rod holders, and some people prefer a leaning post over swivel seats. This T-top, as opposed to the traditional bimini top, gives you a lot more fishability on a boat. And there's nothing to trip over when you're getting in and out of your boat. Plus, it can give you easy access to life jackets. This opens up a lot more room in your floor hatches. Across the waters of Pine Island Sound, you'll see a lot of boats with these towers on them. We're back on Captain Bill Russell's boat, and we're going to show you what the towers are all about. This tower is actually a console tower, or known as a half tower. Being elevated gives you a much greater line of sight, and it makes a big difference when you're spotting fish. There's not too many things Bruce and the boys can't do with aluminum. If you want to have something custom made for your boat, or even if you just need something repaired, come down and look through their showroom and accessorize your boat the way you want it. Action Welding, when you want it the way you want it. At one time or another, you will need this next location. They don't sell hats, belts, shoes, or shirts. They sell marine supplies. Most busy boating communities have a store like this. Ours is called the Marine Trading Post, and it's in North Fort Myers. From LED lights to stainless propellers, they're a one-stop shop for anything you would ever need for your boat. This is the kind of place your wife might call to see if you're there. They sell bilge pumps, bait pumps, ropes, chains, hoses, lighting, big seats, little seats, cooler seats, big anchors, little anchors, oil, rod holders, cup holders, stainless, brass, used props, new props, wheels, tires, flare guns, starboard, hardware, deckware, gas tanks, water tanks, resins, fiberglass, buoys, radios, springs, batteries, first aid, hatches, wiring, big filters, little filters, steering wheels, gauges, scuppers, manifolds, trailer parts, cleaning supplies, and a whole lot more. The Marine Trading Post is located north Fort Myers on Old 41, about a mile north of the river. Plus they have a second store in Naples. It's rare for boaters to leave this store without what they came for, and it's even more rare to beat their prices. But the best thing about this store is the staff's knowledge of the industry. A lot of boats have been built from the waterline up with parts and supplies from the Marine Trading Post, and they can save you a ton of time and money when it comes to fixing your boat. Marine Trading Post, your local do-it-yourself superstore. If you fished back in the early 80s, you probably remember the old paper-fed bottom machines, especially the smell. Marine electronics have evolved from complicated devices to computers that are actually fun to use, and what they can do these days is simply amazing. Marine electronics have had so many advancements in the last few years, the fish don't have a chance. Today's digital bottom finders can not only read the bottom with incredible detail, but they can also shoot signals off horizontally so you can see things off to the sides and out in front of your boat. Technology has created touchscreens, stereos, chart plotters, communications, and radar has never been so accurate. Felix Marine right here in Fort Myers is the perfect place to educate you and bring you up to speed on today's electronics. The staff at Felix is ABYC certified in marine electronics, and they can perform most services right at your dock. The staff at Felix Marine can also help you with marine air conditioning, multimedia, custom lighting, and even security cameras. If you want a GPS on a small boat or if you want to fully rig a 100-foot yacht, Felix Marine is your headquarters for marine electronics. An ongoing challenge in any boating community is to find information. Of course we have the internet, but when you search for something, you get tens of thousands of search results, a lot of which have conflicting information. Not long ago, most towns had a local Gazette-type newspaper where you could find anything you needed. Lee County's marine community has two great resources just like this. One is a local magazine called the Nautical Mile, and one is a centralized website that puts everything for the boating community in one place, LeeCountyBoater.com. This website has a map of every boat ramp in the county, including maps of Cape Coral's freshwater canal system, and its public boat launches, places you can buy fuel on the water. There's a map of every water access restaurant, with contact information and GPS numbers. There's a descriptive map of shipwrecks that are not far from our coastline. There's contact links to local fishing tournaments and businesses like dock builders and service companies. It's rare for someone to go to this website and not find exactly what they're looking for. Another popular local website is LeeCountyMarineEvents.com. This website is a free local marine events calendar. You can find out what's going on in the local marine community, and you can even submit your own events so other people can find out about it. Lee County also has a detailed local weather website that gets several million page views per year, CapeWeather.com. If there's anything you can't find, contact the Nautical Mile magazine or your local Seto office and they'll help you out. Lee County has about 20 full-service bait and tackle shops. Bait shops are still the place to gather information on new products, tell a few lies, and to find out where the fish are. There's a map on our LeeCountyBoater.com website, but let's personally introduce you to a few of them right now. Lear's Economy Tackle in North Fort Myers is known to have the largest selection of major brand tackle around. This family business goes all the way back to 1954. Lear's also has a huge selection of fly fishing supplies, and they service and repair rods and reels, and 10 minutes with their staff can save you 10 weeks of trying to learn how to do it on your own. The Bait Box on Sanibel can supply you with anything you would need to fish here in Southwest Florida. The Bait Box even catches their own bait, and they've got water access for you to come and get it. Sportsmen come from all over Sanibel and Captiva for their clothing selection, and they can set you up with a top quality fishing guide if you want to go catch a big one. Or they can rent you tackle to go catch your own. Captain Rob's Bait and Tackle in Cape Coral is right across from the Seto office, and they're a full-service tackle outfitter for inshore and offshore fishing supplies. If you can't find the rod you're looking for, Captain Rob can custom build one for you. If you really want to know what's biting, go see Captain Rob in his new location in Cape Coral. Crazy Lure Bait and Tackle in Southwest Cape Coral is the newest tackle shop in town. On top of a great selection of saltwater tackle needs, they also have a whole wall dedicated to freshwater angling. Crazy Lure has plenty of trailer parking, and they have an 1,100-gallon live bait system that can hold thousands of shrimp at one time. Their staff has placed top in many tournaments, and they can help you catch big fish.
When you become a boater, you make a lot of friends.
And she's not just talking about people that want to go for a boat ride.
No, I'm talking about your repair facility.
Bob and Andys Boatyard is one of the busiest warranty service centers in all of Lee County. Their warranty center lineup includes Suzuki outboards, Beta Marine, Volvo Penta, Tohatsu, Kubota, and Phaser Marine. Their certified mechanics can also help you with generators and any other marine engine you can think of. They have 2 locations on Pine Island, both of them with a ship store, and this year they're bringing in a 75,000-pound travel lift, one of the largest travel lifts in this area. Other services you can get from Bob and Andys are aluminum fabrication, canvas and upholstery, bottom painting, boat sales, gel coat repairs, and fiberglass work. In 2012, they opened their Pineland Marina location, and in 2013, they're expanding their St. James City facility to nearly double. Finding a repair facility that you can trust is like finding the perfect barber. The staff at Bob and Andys has earned the loyalty and trust of hundreds of customers, but they're always looking for more. We have a lot of shallow bays and inlets, and that makes us a popular place for smaller boats. Sometimes people here often think of a big boat to be anything over about 30 feet. But if you were to fly over and look around, you'll see that there's a lot of big boating here in Lee County. We're going to show you a business on Fort Myers Beach that not only has mobile services to work on a small boat right at your dock, but they can also put a 100-foot yacht right inside their building. Diversify Yacht Services bought this property and replaced an old rundown marina with this new state-of-the-art facility right here on Fort Myers Beach in 2012, and their staff hasn't had a day off since.
Well, we knew we were building a very tall building to get the large boats in here. You know, it's about 70-some feet high in some spots, so we tried to make it not look like a big boxy building. So we added all those architectural features, the roofs, and that make it step down and kind of fit with the community a little bit better than a giant box.
This deepwater marine facility is located about 3 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, right next to the Coast Guard station, and offers everything from dockside fuel to bottom painting. They're a certified Mercury Center, and their staff can handle anything from electrical problems to a complete overhaul. Diversify Yacht Service is one of the most active businesses in our marine community, supporting fishing tournaments and trade shows, and their key staff was handpicked to run this new 60,000 square foot facility.
Like people to know, you know, we can handle basically all sizes of boats. A lot of people think we just work on, you know, the yachts because of our name, but we're a full Mercury dealer. We work on flats boats, you know, wave runners, you know, plenty of 20, 30 footers are in our client base. So pretty much do it all, and we do it all at a competitive price.
The Fort Myers boating community is about halfway between Tampa and the Florida Keys, which has a lot of big boat traffic. So this new location is perfect for boaters that might need something as they're passing by. Diversified has been doing business here in Southwest Florida for about 15 years, but this new facility has really put them on top of the list for boaters looking for maintenance, mechanical repairs, storage, installations, paint and varnish services, even cosmetic services.
Yeah, we were founded as a mobile repair company and service company initially, so that means we came dockside, came to your house or your marina and did all of our small repairs there, and then we'd haul out at other facilities for the major repairs. So this kind of came to light when we knew we needed our own facility to accommodate, you know, our growing customer base. We'll still keep that mobile dockside repair. We actually think one will feed off the other. You know, the bigger boats that come in here that hear about us because of this facility, now they know, oh, you come dockside, I don't have to come up here to get my boat cleaned or to get the minor repairs.
Diversified is solely responsible for the operation and maintenance on the queen of their current fleet, the 105-foot Sunseeker, the Gigabyte.
We built this facility pretty much to take care of our mobile clients, you know, but the response from the community's been overwhelming. I mean, we really got about as much business as we can handle. I mean, the first couple weeks of the facility, the phone won't quit ringing, as you've probably heard since you've been here. And response from the neighborhood and the boating community in general has just been phenomenal.
Whether you need a one-time emergency repair, or if you're seeking a service partner to provide long-term, ongoing maintenance for the life of your craft, Diversified is the yacht service partner you can trust.
Let's say you don't have a boat, you don't want a boat, and you're not planning on getting a boat.
But you look out over the bay and think, man, I'd really love to get out on the water. Well, boats are sometimes like planes. You might be better off with a friend that has one. If you're looking for a boating alternative, we've got one for you, the Eyeland Girl. Based out of Pineland Marina, which puts them in a great location for their service, Eyeland Girl charges a water taxi service, but they're also a great way for people to enjoy Lee County's waterways without owning a boat. Their fleet is made up of several vessels, and they run multiple trips a day to Cabbage Key, North Captiva, and Usep Island, and a few other custom stops that you can request. One of their best features is that the boats are roomy and dry, and if you're going out to stay on an island for a while, there's plenty of room for your luggage. And groceries, because there's no Walmarts out on the islands. And they're not slow. A ride out is only about a half hour. The only time it takes longer is when they slow down and watch dolphins play in their wakes.
We haul out to the islands, and we run vacationers mainly and homeowners on North Captiva and Cabbage Key and Yusup Island. We have a route, we run 6 trips a day. In our slow times, in our slow season, we run 4 trips a day. We carry mail, carry FedEx packages, UPS. They come in, the folks come in to go to the doctor or to go grocery shopping, and I've carried pizzas out there before. I've carried school children in the past, the school boat. We also offer day trippers to go for a great lunch at Cabbage Key, the cheeseburger in paradise we refer to it as. They got some nature trails over on Cabbage Key and some great food and a great bar up there. And one of the highest lookout points on Lee County on these outer islands is the water tower. You can go up and get a great lookout point from the water tower there.
Island Grill is not only a taxi service to the islands, but they also offer shelling, birding, and trips where you can watch manatees in their natural environment. A lot of people simply don't want to run, own, or maintain their own boat, but they still like to enjoy the water.
On our nature charters, we run out, and even on our taxis, we hopefully will run into dolphins. We kid around and say we break for dolphins. We slow the boat down and get a nice wake going, and we get the dolphins jumping out of the water. It usually scares half the people at first, but they all have a great time. The kids love it, and the adults, I think they love it just as much. I know personally, I've been doing this for years, and I never get tired of it.
Island Grill offers a lot of custom options. Island Grill's office can set dad up on a fishing charter while the captain drops mom and the kids off at the beach. And they can all meet back at the dock later that day. One of their daily stops is Upper Captiva, the home of Barnacles Island Restaurant and the Upper Captiva Island Club. Here you can have lunch, play games with the family, you can even rent a beautiful home for the whole season. The island is only reachable by boat, and Island Grill is in and out of here several times a day. Upper Captiva has a lot of seasonal residents, and they use the Island Grill service to get back and forth to the island. Another stop is the world-famous Cabbage Key, where the restaurant is known for the song by Jimmy Buffett, Cheeseburger in Paradise. Cabbage Key is one of the only restaurants in the area that offers breakfast on an island, and the island history goes all the way back to the Calusa Indians. Island Grill's home port is Pineland Marina, where there's plenty of parking, bathrooms, a ship store, snacks, and ice. Once you get this far, there's really nothing else you'll need. Just make sure you have a camera. Whether you're looking to relax on some of the most beautiful beaches in the state, or you just need a quick ride, call Island Grill Charters. There's a lot of realtors here in Southwest Florida, and they all like to say waterfront specialists, but it's just a title. If you were to ask them why one canal is 50 foot and one is 80 foot, they wouldn't know what to say. I want to introduce you to not only a person that has over 50 years of business experience in the area, but to an entire company that can give you a priceless education about waterfront property. As a kid, Elmer Tabor rode the mailboat before there was a bridge to Cape Coral. His family started a grocery store when there were only 13 residents living in the city. For most of his life, Elmer Tabor, president of Wonderland Realty, has helped thousands of people understand waterfront property. And sitting with him for just a few minutes will help you understand that if you want to learn more yourself, he's your man.
Regardless of your lifestyle, whether you want to live in a 22-story tower condo overlooking the estuaries and the waterfront properties, or down to a single-family house or a duplex, we have it here. We've got beautiful duplexes, we've got large million or multi-million-dollar houses, and then we've got the old 1960 houses down around the Yacht Club area. You go out to the Pine Island area, you get into some of the raised stilt houses. We have the beachfront properties that you can only get to by boat. You've got the back bays that you can fish in. You got your deep water that you can go out through the passes. It's just everything you can imagine in waterfront property is in Southwest Florida, specifically Lee County. You want to take a trip across the Lake Okeechobee up the Caloosahatchee River. It's beautiful with some of the overhanging trees taking that trip. Or just the opposite, you want to take a trip up towards Sarasota and go to some of the waterfront restaurants. It's a day cruise, and it's all from your backyard. That's what's so great about it. The boat is in your backyard, whether you're a sailboater or a powerboater or a canoer. We have it here to offer.
Choosing a realtor is not easy when you're new in town. If you ask a local, they'll probably just tell you who their friends are. Wonderland staff is not only qualified realtors, but they're a great resource when you're looking for experience. There's only a few places in the whole state that can offer what Lee County does when it comes to waterfront property. Lee County offers coastal living, riverfront homes, condos on the beach, and over 600 miles of canals. Most of this land has boating access leading you right out to the Gulf of Mexico. Lee County also offers dozens of miles of waterfront property on freshwater canals and lakes. Living on the water and being able to sit outside and watch boats go by as you're having morning coffee has been a lifelong goal for a lot of people.
It's really exciting to deal with somebody that's finally hit retirement age up north in Minnesota or Ohio, and they have the opportunity to fulfill and live their dream. They come down here and you find what type of lifestyle they want to have, what kind of waterfront living that they want to enjoy, and then go down and visit them a couple weeks later. In the morning, they're out around their deck having their coffee, watching the sun come up. In the afternoon, they're sitting relaxing with a cold beverage, watching their neighbors come and go by boat. Many of them will even go visit each other by boat, as opposed to drive the car. In the evening, they fix their cocktail or whatever, and they go sit out and they watch the fish jump and the birds fly, and just the relaxing atmosphere. When you come out of Cleveland, Ohio, or someplace like that, do you realize the change of lifestyle and how somebody can really enjoy that and live peacefully in quality for the rest of their lives?
And thousands of those people find what they've been looking for all of their life right here on Lee County's waterways. There's nothing like stepping off your dock and onto your boat and going for a canal cruise or watching the sunset. If the wind starts to blow, you can just go tomorrow. All of the properties in Lee County's saltwater system can access the Intercoastal, which is a marked channel that can take you all the way through the state to the Atlantic Ocean or all the way north to Sarasota. If you're craving an open water adventure, the Florida Keys are only about 120 miles south of Sanibel Island. Visit Wonderland Realty's office in Cape Coral in the Big John Shopping Center.
The last thing we want to show you today is a boater's destination you have to visit to appreciate.
It's where we've been filming from today, Tarpon Point in Cape Coral. Thousands of local boaters visit this destination every year, some for an hour, some for a week. Tarpon Point's property has everything from marine fuel to a massive new 18-story hotel. This hotel looks like something you'd find in Las Vegas. The resort at Marina Village has almost 300 rooms, from studios to 3-bedroom suites with full kitchens and laundry rooms. Every room looks over the mouth of the Caloosahatchee River, and the hotel accommodations are endless. Downstairs we have Marker 92, which is one of the most unique water access restaurants here in Lee County. And out on the dock we have the Naughty Mermaid, where you can get drinks, food, and listen to live music. As you walk around the deck and visit the promenade shops overlooking the harbor, you'll find some of this area's most unique art galleries and shops, and even a personal spa. The Deepwater Marina has 175 wet slips, a ship store, a fuel dock, a fully stocked tackle shop, and their staff can set you up with rental boats, fishing charters, kayak rentals. There's even a dockmaster to give you directions. The property also has 25,000 square feet of event space and private rooms for parties and weddings. This boater's destination is located right at the center of Lee County's coastal community and easily accessed by boat right off the Intercoastal Waterway. Yet it's far from open water, which makes it a safe place to get to. Summers make this a great getaway for locals, and winter tourists are just starting to discover Tarpon Point.
Tarpon Point. Come spend the day, the night, or the whole week.
We want to thank Seto for helping us put this information together today. Hopefully we've given you enough information to get you started.
If you're ready to go boating, come get your Seto membership, and we'll see you on the water.
Go to our website and look up the sponsors of this production. These are local businesses that can help you with choices and decisions. And check the LeeCountyMarineEvents.com website to find things like classes and seminars. When you're ready to get started, stop by the Seto office and get your membership, and remember, you can stop in or call anytime and ask Heather about anything you need. Enjoy boating in Lee County, and send me an email if I can help with anything. Meanwhile, we'll see you on the water.